While the bushfire threat remains very real for communities in New South Wales this morning, people living in devastated areas have started moving into the recovery mode.
That's right, Mon, and for many of them it's going to be a long and painful process. And Sally, you witnessed some of that recovery work this week, spending some time with the Salvation Army's trauma teams.
Yeah, that's right, Basamon. The Salvos have had people in the bushfire zone since September, when the blazes first started in southeast Queensland. 5 months on, their work has only just begun.
We've never seen anything like it. The scale is massive.
It's still ongoing, so there's still fires burning.
Up close and personal.
Yeah, where do you start? Like, you've lost everything.
It's a long way from Summer Bay for home and away stars and singer Samantha Jade. They joined the Salvation Army to bring a little joy to an area left largely in ruins.
To be here, it's a whole other thing. There's so many layers that we don't know about.
I had a woman walk up to me, the mother of a child, and she was saying, "Oh, you know, we're all right." And then she said, "Thanks for coming out," and she burst into tears.
And to hear from the locals whose lives have been left in ruins.
It had travelled 15 k's in 30 minutes.
Wow.
We knew we had to move, like, really quick.
This is all that's left of Lisa Tague's home. She built just 3 years ago.
People talked about going back and salvaging. There was nothing.
Lisa, her husband and her 4 children are living in a 2-bedroom house as they contemplate what's next. Like many, they sought help from the Salvos.
We've been able to hand out over $8 million. Well, they can essentially do with it what they need to do. So often we give them an electronic funds transfer, and they spend it on things that they need to spend it on, whether it be groceries or they might have lost things in their home from the fires.
I think we're about 10 students who've actually lost their houses, but the number of people who have lost significant possessions is a much bigger figure.
It's been a difficult but welcome return to school.
A lot of our students have had to face a lot of adult concepts in the last few weeks, so get back to school, get back to hanging out with your mates, talk about the good things.
Even the kids agree.
Being back at school, is it nice to be back in the routine? Did you ever think you'd say that?
Yeah, no. I was really ready for school as soon as the week came around. I was so keen to go back because I just wanted to see if all my friends were okay and be a normal kid.
Year 11 student Tabitha Beecham's holidays were spent volunteering in the evacuation centre.
It was really more upsetting, it just felt really real, no power, and met a couple that who they were too old to save their house, they just had to walk away.
Year 7 student Dante Roman's story is remarkable.
You were separated from your parents, you've lost your house, your parents have lost their business, and now you've started school. How does it feel? I mean, I can imagine you feel pretty unsettled to start the school year like this. What's it like?
You have to accept the facts that the shop's gone, the house is gone. I am unsettled, but I'm still happy, I'm still fine. I mean, I know how to accept things. I'm not I can't accept this. I have to accept it.
The Salvation Army have been helping communities affected by fire since September, and their work is far from over. It's not just a case of weeks or months. They will be here on the fire ground, helping families rebuild their lives for years to come.
We know from previous experience with previous disasters, previous bushfires, that it's important that we are there for a long time. And if we just throw lots of money out very quickly, we can miss people, and in 2 years or 3 years' time, when they still need us, we don't want to be tapped out.
For today, a welcome distraction, a Summer Bay sausage sizzle and autographs.
Could you please sign mine?
Yeah, of course.
And Samantha Jade. For a community as it embarks on a long bounce back.
Now, guys, there has been some criticism about how quickly charities are distributing the very generous donations from Australians. The Salvos say it'll take time and people who have been affected may not know for months exactly what they are going to need. It's a long road ahead for them all.
It is, but at least the Salvos, they actually have a dedicated disaster relief team that goes into these areas, and they've been going to these areas for years, to natural disaster zones, so that they know how to be there for the long term.